How's it going, guys? I hope you're all doing well out there today, wherever you are in the world. And in this video, we're going to take a look at my Gretsch G5655TG in this rather splendid black gold finish. This is a video I've been promising a few subscribers for a while. I'm sorry it's taken me a little while to get around to it. And I have to say that this is actually probably one of my most played guitars at the moment. I really like it because it's so different to other things that I have. I did a video a little while ago on a different Gretsch model that they sent me to check out. And after playing that, I realized I needed something Gretschy in my life, but that wasn't quite the right thing for me. I wanted something a little bit more traditional Gretsch. I'm not a big fan of the huge bodied Gretches, so I was looking for something semi-hollow but manageable, and this seemed to fit the bill. I'm just going to quickly go into specs and construction, but obviously you can see all this on Gretsch's website. Feel free to skip through this bit. So we've got a maple neck and a laminated maple body. This is a center block model. So there's a center block running down here, which reduces feedback and is a nice compromise to me of the sort of airiness of a hollow body without all the problems associated with them. The neck is a thin U profile and a 12-inch radius, which I personally find very comfortable coming from a Les Paul kind of camp. The tuners are unbranded but seem very smooth and solid. Moving down here, we've got the Bigsby, which I'm really loving because it's that classic Gretsch subtle trem vibrato stuff. Really fits the bill for what I was after. You've got the Broadtron pickups, which I wasn't sure about when I ordered this guitar. They've got kind of mixed reviews, but for me personally, they're a nice balance of that top end chime, but still with some balls. Some of the Filtertron guitars that I've played are just too jangly for me. So these are a nice compromise. Will I change them out? Very possibly at some point, but for right now, they're doing it for me. Three-way switch. You've got your two volumes and your tone control and a master volume, which is a really nice setup. The master volume also has a treble bleed on it, which fits right into my kind of thing because I put treble bleeds on all my guitars anyway. So that retains high end as you back down, which I find really useful. As I said, it's the black gold finish. You might be able to see a little bit better here. It's a black, but in certain light, I don't know if it's really showing up on camera. It's got a nice sort of browny gold sparkle to it, which I think is very classy. Now, I'm sure one of the first questions a lot of you are going to ask is how well does it stay in tune with the Bigsby and the unnamed tuners? When I got it, fairly well. Since then, I've lubricated all the saddles and the nut, giving it a proper setup, stretching the strings, etc, etc, and it stays in tune pretty well. It's not bulletproof. I mean, it's not supposed to be. You're not going to be doing dive bombs and stuff on this, but it stays in tune pretty well. I'm potentially looking on upgrading to some locking tuners and maybe a spoiler for the Bigsby just to make restringing a bit easier. But in truth, it would aid stability, but I don't think it'll be night and day different. So let's check out some tones. I'm plugged into a Vox AC 15, set up clean, but the amp is working, so it will break up if I hit it hard. This is everything full up and bridge pickup. Middle. And neck pickup. Let's just have a little play through now, some different pickup selections and different tones. As I mentioned, this guitar has a master volume control with a treble bleed, which is great because it retains high end as it's backed off. Especially useful for using higher gain sounds. One criticism I have of this guitar is the individual volumes for the pickups roll off loads of high end as they're backed off. If you check this out. You can even hear it just in that first little notch. It sounds like the tone control's being moved. Not a big fan of that at all, and makes these volumes fairly redundant for me. I leave them up all the time. Also, the tone control is a little extreme. And it sort of only kicks in towards the bottom of the travel, so not my favourite thing in the world, but I can live with it. Like I said, I pretty much live on this master volume control. I personally think that Gretsch style guitars with Filtertron style pickups, obviously these are the Broadtrons, they just sound great into crunchy amps, and I don't think they necessarily get the recognition they deserve in that department. Malcolm Young, for example, you get that real nice clarity and bite along with the gain. So we're now plugged into the Brunetti Plexi Man. And as I mentioned, that treble bleed on the master volume works great for cleaning up a dirty amp. And compared to the volume control with no treble bleed, just way more clarity when backing off. Got a little bit more gain dialed up on the Plexi Man now, and just going to have a little play. So that was a quick look at my Gretsch G5655TG in the lovely black gold. Like I said, I play this guitar all the time at the moment. I find it a really playable guitar. It's very comfortable and it just sounds totally different to my other guitars. It's got a real character of its own and it doesn't break the bank either. If you've enjoyed this video, please look at liking, commenting and subscribing. It all helps push the channel forward and keeps me making videos like this. Whatever you're doing with the rest of your day, I hope it's great, and I'll see you again in another video. Cheers, guys.